UFC 325. It's kind of cool because we, like you said, I know we got some events coming up that aren't going to be, they're going to be some more Apex style events. So I'm glad that we at least got these two events back to back.
Yeah, this is another 9 p.m. Obviously, these numbered events start at 9 p.m. Prelims, not quite as tasty as last week's card. Jacob Muldoon versus Torres Finney. And Junior Tafo, who I think should have got cut a while ago, is still fighting, but he's fighting Billy Elikana. So I guess I'll watch those ones. But let's get into the main card because I am excited for that. Quillan Salkilld versus Jamie Mullarkey.
Yeah, Salkilld is 10-1, 4 KOs, 3 subs, 3 decisions. Mullarkey's 18-8, 10 KOs, 3 subs, 5 decisions. He's had fight of the night 2 times, Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about Salkilld. I think he's from Australia. I think he's a substitute, and that's why I ended up on this card. Great opportunity for him, but until, I see, some of his fights with tougher competition, I'll go with Jamie Mullarkey here by decision.
Mullarkey really tough, but I don't see him making it to the end of the fight. Quillan got my KO of the year last year when he head kick KO'd Nasrat Haqparast to death. Nasrat Haqparast beat the shit out of Jamie Mullarkey. So I'm going to go late in round 1 KO for Salkilld.
Okay, Quillan has been off my radar. I forgot about that. I remember that now. I just said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're probably right then.
All right. And Tai Tuivasa versus Tallison Teixeira is our next fight.
Teixeira 8-1, 7 KOs, 1 subs, 1-1 in the UFC. Coming off a performance tonight of Justin Tafa with his victory in the UFC. Tuivasa, probably lucky to still be here when you talk about, being a heavyweight in an Australian card coming up. I like Tai, but on a 5-fight losing streak. The guy's 14-8, 13 KOs, 1 decisions. Performance of the night 4 times. Fight of the night 1 time. I'll go with Teixeira. I'll say he's going to get a KO because he's got a 100% finishing rate with 1 sub. And Tai does not like to stay in there either. So I'll go, and this is no disrespect. I just think they're going to be trading. I'll say Teixeira round 1 TKO.
Yeah, I'm happy Tai is back. He hasn't fought in 18 months, like you mentioned, coming off of 5 straight losses. Tallison's only losses to the Black Beast. But Tai hits pretty hard himself, so I'm probably picking with my heart, but I'm going to go with Tai. I'll say round 2.
Yeah.
Because he's home in Australia and we get to see him
do his
shoey. Yep. All right. Probably most excited for this fight. Rafael Fiziev versus Mauricio Ruffy.
Yeah, these next 3 fights are probably what this card is really all about here. Ruffy is 12-2 out of the Fighting Nerds camp that we love. 11 KOs, 1 decision. He's coming off a loss to Benoit Saint-Denis, but he's had performance of the night twice. Once against Jamie Mullarkey, by the way. Fiziev, 13-4, 8 KOs, 1 sub, 4 decision. Fight of the night 4 times. Performance of the night 3 times. This should be a fun one. We got a high finishing rate here, but 2 very tough guys. I'm going to go Ruffy. I'll say round 3 TKO.
Yeah, I expect this one to be very fun. 2 strikers that like to throw a lot of flashy kicks. Ruffy has that Connor cardio, and I don't see him KOing Fiziev in the first 10 minutes. So I'm going to pick Fiziev by round 3 TKO when Ruffy gasses out. So look at us. We got some different picks going on. Normally we're right in sync, Yeah. This one could be very fun as well. Dan Hooker, never in a boring fight, versus Benoit Saint-Denis, never in a boring fight.
Yeah, BSD, 16-3-1, 5 KOs, 11 subs, 3-fight win streak, 8-3 in the UFC. Performance of the night 4 times, fight of the night twice. Dan Hooker, 24-13, 11 KOs, 7 subs, 6 decisions. 3 performance of the nights, fight of the night 2 times. He's won 3 out of his last 4. He is coming off a tough loss to Arman Tsarukyan. I want to say that was only a couple months ago, too, maybe back in November. So this is a quick turnaround for him. One thing I didn't talk about, and we didn't really talk about on UFC 324, is that there's a new, and I just think it's going to come in play here possibly. There's a new thing now where if you get a finish, you're automatically getting an extra $25,000. So it's not even have to be performance of the night or fight of the night, but you're going to get a 25 extra grand for a finish. I feel like that's very motivating for a guy like Dan Hooker. I think he's the kind of guy that's going to try to push that, whether that's a good idea or a bad idea.
I think Dan Hooker just likes to hurt people. I think that's his real motivation.
Yeah, that's probably right. So this should be a fun fight. I think there's going to be a lot of aggression. I wouldn't even be shocked to see this get fighted tonight, honestly. It's going to be that good. God, I hate to go against him, but I'm going to go with Benoit Saint-Denis. I'll say he takes it, and he's, again, another late finish. I'll go round 3 TKO.
Yeah, a couple of absolute warriors in this one, just like the toughest guys. So BSD, a far better grappler than Hooker. But if Gamrot couldn't get a win over Hooker, then I don't think BSD is going to do it. So I think Gamrot's just a better BSD personally. So I'll say Hooker by decision in a war. He's also, at home in Oceania. He's not really Australian. He's from New Zealand, but they're close enough. So
yeah.
Main event here. Yeah. We'll just talk about Alexander Volkanovski versus Diego Lopes 2.
Yeah, we've talked about this, right? I didn't feel like Diego really deserved this rematch. It's what the UFC wanted. Diego, though, 27-7, 11 KOs, 12 subs, 4 decisions, performance of the night 3 times, fight of the night 3 times. He is an exciting finisher that always goes for the He's an exciting fighter that always goes for the finish. Volk, a legend, 27-4, 13 KOs, 3 subs, 11 decisions, fight of the night 4 times, performance night once, and, he's just his second time now as featherweight champion. I think he's had 5 successful title defenses. His first reign, he's going for his second now. Volk is the UFC featherweight GOAT. I see no reason why, honestly, he would lose this rematch other than the fact that he is older like he was last time, and just maybe this is the night that's going to catch up to him. It is possible. But overall, if you just look at their last fight, I don't feel like there was enough time in between for the gap to change. I'll take Volk. Man, probably going to be like almost silly, but I actually think he'll get the finish too, because with the 5 rounds and everything like that, I think Volk has a history of being actually a good game planner when you think of the Max Holloway fights, and I feel like there's more time to Volk to adjust given his high MMA IQ and his experience level that he'll make the adjustments, and I'll say he'll finish Diego. I'll go another round 3 TKO.
Yeah, we just saw this fight. I haven't seen anything that makes me think it'll go any different. So, like you said, if anything, Volkanovski looks better in rematches because he's so great at game planning. So I think it probably still goes to decision, though. So I'll say decision win for Volkanovski, and we can finally put this imposed rivalry to bed.
I agree.